Very long weekend for everyone. Northwestern mostly. This is their 5th game this weekend. It's the 3rd game only for Iowa. Northwestern, they've played 3 very long games, an 18-inning game, a 12-inning game, and now another 8-inning game today. It's been a great weekend, but it's also been a long one.
Let's take a look at the long and winding road for both these two teams to get to the final game. Well, it's been a much longer one for the 6th-seeded Northwestern Wildcats. They've already played 4 games, beating Michigan State twice in extra innings, including a thriller earlier today to advance to the finals. Their only slip-up, a 2-1 loss to the Hawkeyes. Now, Iowa, they played just twice with wins against Illinois and Northwestern on Friday. Now, Amanda, let's talk about Northwestern. Northwestern's played Iowa 4 times so far in the season. They have to know the Hawkeyes very well.
Oh, they know the Hawkeyes very well. Even beating them twice here in Iowa City during the regular season, it's going to be a great matchup. Yesterday, Iowa came out on the winning end in the tournament, beating Northwestern 2-1. And the key for Northwestern today, it's definitely going to be their hitting. They have 2 great hitters. Mobley, a wonderful hitter. She's batting .350 this year with 21 RBIs. And then we go to Brett Nagabayashi, unbelievable hitter, also batting .357. I think they're looking today to get some great things from them in the batting category.
Now, Amanda, let's take a brief look at the perennial power, the top-seeded Iowa Hawkeyes. This year they're doing it with both experience and with youth. They're doing it with the experience of senior shortstop Kristen Johnson and the youth, the freshman of the year, Stacey May.
Unbelievable. Just what I like to see in a softball team. We have a leader in a senior, Kristen Johnson. She's leading the team in hitting .359, and she's just having a great year, and that's what I like to see from a senior. But again, Stacey May, a freshman, there's no holds barred for her. She comes in, she has all the confidence in the world. Freshman of the year right there, Stacey May.
Well, we're looking forward to a great one here in Iowa City. When we come back, we will have the game's first pitch. It's the 2003 Big Ten Women's Softball Championship game. Stick around to Fox Sports Net.
Is the ball part of you? Does the grass carry you? Is the water there to catch you? Do you dream big?
Do you? He feels it. Go! She feels it. They feel it. What is it? It's the need for speed. Feed your need at Chicagoland Speedway.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Iowa City. We are at Pearl Field. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the campus of the Hawkeyes of University of Iowa. Just a gorgeous day for softball. Something we didn't expect. We thought that there would be rain the entire afternoon, but so far so good. It is starting to get a little bit windy. Winds out of the southeast, 12 miles per hour. But the temperature holding steady at 75 degrees. We're crossing our fingers, hoping that the rain doesn't come until well after this championship game is completed. Let's take a look at the umpires for today's contest. Michael Mazer, that's the man behind the mask. He'll be calling the balls and strikes. Linda Hoover's down the first base side. And John Kernett is our third base umpire. Defensively, for the Iowa Hawkeyes, they have a good defensive unit as per usual. Lindsey Basher is in left field. Center field, Katie Boney. Laura Chipman is in right field. The infield, around the horn from third to first, Stacey May, Kristen Johnson, Stephanie Pack, and Amanda Henges. Behind the plate, it's Elijah Hughes, and on mound, Lisa Baracci, and she is a very good one. Right-hander, 25-8 on the year, and ERA just a shade above 1 run per game. That is exceptional. She has started 26 games, and opponents hit just 134 against her. And take a look at that strikeout to inning ratio. 237 Ks in just a little bit over 200 innings. So she will be a tough foe for the Northwestern Wildcats to try and get some runs against. Let's take a look at the Northwestern Wildcats, how they try and score against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Here's their lineup, led by Brett Nakabayashi. She is the left fielder. Aaron Mobley is in right field, hitting second. Cindy Moran is the third baseman, hitting third. Lauren Schwindeman is the pitcher. She's the cleanup hitter, followed by Robin Penninger. Jamie Dotson. Sheila McCorkle is the second baseman, hitting 7th. Bree Brown. Jessie Wellnitz, the hero in the first game. And then at the bottom of the line, Bree Brown. Eric Collins, Amanda Berg here in Iowa City, getting ready for the first pitch. This should be the 10th and final game of the 2003 Big Ten softball tournament. The winner gets an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Both these teams are expecting to get an at-large berth if they do not win, however. First pitch of the game is down low for a ball.
Well, I can see right now Barachi's starting it off just the way she wants to. You want to throw as many strikes as you can here. The Northwestern Wildcat batters, they've got to be tired after a long weekend.
Next pitch up high, 2-0. Nakabayashi is a good one. She's got a lot of speed coming out of that left-hand batter's box. Remember, folks, this is game number 5 for Northwestern in this tournament. They played one just moments ago, taking down the Michigan State Spartans. High strike is called, 2-1.
You got to wonder, Eric, softball's not a very intense, physical sport, but you play 5 games, you just got to be tired. Your legs have got to be tired, and mentally, Northwestern, after the long game they've had, they've just got to be exhausted.
Nakabayashi slaps at it, and it's going to go foul, third base side, out of play. Getting a good run for it is Lindsey Basher. Nakabayashi, those good numbers. Not a lot of power from her, but the good batting average. And she's quick when she gets on first. Singles often turn into doubles for her. 2-2 pitch. Slapped at, fouled right over the press box. Just a gorgeous facility here at Pearl Field.
This is a great facility. It's one of the best in the Big Ten, and Iowa's got to love being at home, playing on their field, and they've got to know every inch of this field after practicing here and playing many games here this year.
2-2 pitch is coming from Barachi. Called strike 3. Punch out for the first out of the game, and a lot of excitement for the Hawkeyes. They haven't played too many games, so they have this pent-up energy.
Well, this is probably an easy weekend for them. They're used to playing probably about 5 games. Barachi not doing anything special here with Nakabayashi, just throwing a nice fastball on the outside corner, and she's got lots of speed, and it's showing right here. They're just not catching up to her yet.
Now Erin Mobley will hit. Left-handed hitter, takes a little bit inside, ball 1.
And right away after my speed comment, she comes in with the changeup. Mixing it up. She knows these 2 hitters are great hitters, and she knows their on-base percentage is incredible.
Barachi's 1-0 pitch. They have taken something off, but it's called a strike, 1-1. What does she feature? What do the Wildcats have to be wary of from Barachi?
Well, it looks to me like Barachi's going to mix it up. She's got a nice rise ball. She's also using the corners very well. But then again, just when I say she's a fast pitcher, she's a finesse pitcher, she throws in the changeup.
Great bunt, dead right in front of the mound. No chance at all for Stacy May. Picks it up, puts it in her back pocket, and an infield single, the first hit of the game for Mobley. Just a great bit of execution right there, huh, Amanda?
Well, they just mixed it up here for Iowa. Iowa wasn't ready. You got to be ready on that number 2 batter, though. You got to know she's got some speed, or she wouldn't be that high in the lineup. And the third baseman didn't even get a chance to react to that bunt.
So that'll bring up Cindy Moran. She's the third baseman, first right-handed hitter that Barachi will face, and there's a good fastball strike. Somewhat of a unique situation, a left-handed catcher. Alicia Hughes behind the plate for the Hawkeyes. Don't see that very often.
No, you don't see that very often, and typically the reason is because there's a lot of right-handed batters, and it's harder for a left-handed catcher to be back there and throw to the bases when there's a batter right there in front of her.
0-1 pitch, chopped foul. It'll be 0-2, and quickly Moran in a hole.
Moran's a great hitter here. She's got 34 RBIs. She knows Nakabayashi and Mobley are both going to get on for her, and they have all season. So she's definitely here ready to get some RBIs for Northwestern right off the start.
Pitch flared right side. Great play by the second baseman over to first in time. Stephanie Park makes a great catch and flips it over to catch the napping Mobley, and a double play ends the inning. So after a half inning here at Pearl Field, zip, zip. The Iowa Hawkeyes coming to the plate for the first time when we return right here on Fox Sports Net.
On the the next Beyond the Glory. Sterling Marlin faced adversity for years.
I hear boom, and all of a sudden fires just come through the car.
Finally reaching glory on NASCAR's biggest stage.
Sterling Marlin's gonna win it!
Then, in the wake of a tragedy, he faced the wrath of vengeful fans.
People thought that he actually wrecked Dale Earnhardt.
The story of racing's last good old boy. Sterling Marlin, Beyond the Glory. Tonight at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
Hi, I'm John Paxson, reminding you to start training for the second annual Miller Lite Running with the Bulls 5K race. On Sunday, June 22nd, participants will start and finish a 5K course winding around the United Center's historic West Side neighborhood. And after the race, join me and several of your favorite Bulls players of the past and present at the free post-race party. All proceeds from the race benefit charitables, so call 312-455-4000 for more information or log on to bulls.com. We'll see you June 22nd.
White Sox, Mariners, today at 2:30 on Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back. Home half of the first inning. The Iowa Hawkeyes will get their first swings when they step to the plate in just a couple of moments. Let's take a look at the Northwestern Wildcats defensively. Nakabayashi, a lot of speed out in left field. Wellnitz in center field. Mobley is the right fielder. Moran is at third. Pettinger is the shortstop. McCorkle, good defensive second baseman. And Dotson is at first base. Behind the plate, it's J.C. Kira. And on the bump for the Northwestern Wildcats is Lauren Schwindeman, 9-6 on the year, with an ERA of 2.04. This will be her 14th start. Team's hitting just a shade over 200 against her. She has 76 strikeouts and 92 innings of work. Stepping to the plate, the senior all-conference player, Kristen Johnson, a .359 hitter. She's from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. First pitch is hammered into the hole. Diving play, no chance. Oh, made it closer than I thought it was going to be. Good defensive play by the shortstop, Pettinger. But Kristen Johnson just beats it out. So first pitch base hit for the Hawkeyes. Let's take a look at the Iowa batting order. We just saw Kristen Johnson get that base hit. In the number 2 hole is Katie Boney. She is getting ready to step into the plate. She'll be followed by Stacy May. Linda Basher is the left fielder, the cleanup hitter. Her sister, Jessica Basher, hits 5th. Lisa Baracci is the second baseman, followed by Laura Chipman, Stacy Park. And then at the bottom of the lineup, it's Amanda Henches, the first baseman. That's the 9 for the Hawkeyes. First pitch misses outside to the left-handed hitting Boney. 1-0.
Well, Northwestern's got to be mentally ready right now. Coach Blevins has 2 options here. Kristen Johnson at first. She's stolen 24 bases this year. She's quick, but they also have the option to bunt, and both things are going to take a lot of mental concentration here for Northwestern.
Fastball misses outside, 2-0. Now Iowa, they are a good hitting club. They finished the regular year tied with Purdue for the top batting average in conference, hitting over 300 at 302. Those are the only 2 schools to finish over the 300 mark.
Well, and that's no surprise. Coach Blevins, she just has a great hitting core here. She's had it for years, ever since I can remember, 95, 96, and 97 going to the World Series. You don't get there with bad hitting, so she's definitely got something going right here.
There's a strike called. It's now 2-1. There's Gail Blevins. She is an institution here in the Midwest. She has done just wonderful things in the Big Ten and beyond, taking her team to the NCAA tournament on so many occasions. 2-1 pitch, slapped down the left field line. It's a fair ball. That's trouble. Scoots away from Nakabayashi and grounding third base. And here comes Kristen Johnson. She scores easily without a throw. Oh, early offensive fireworks for the Hawkeyes.
And you're seeing it here, Eric. You're definitely seeing the exhaustion on Northwestern's face.
Good bit of hitting right there. A little slapper down the left field line. Nakabayashi got over quickly, but it went through the wickets. They're going to rule that a single and then an error on the left fielder, so no RBI for Katie Boney. But 2 batters have come up for Iowa, and both of them have gotten knocks.
right now, if you're Northwestern's coach, you just got to bring your team together, and you got to just let them know you've come this far, you guys have really worked this hard, and you don't want to see this game go from mental errors. You really got to keep pushing in this one. You got one more left today. This is it.
Already 1-0. Sometimes you get a hot pitcher. Runs are so difficult to come by. And already Iowa with an early lead. And sometimes that's the mental edge you need, man.
Well, definitely. It helps out your pitchers. It helps out your hitters. Just for them too, Kristen Johnson and Katie Boney, to come out there and get base hits right away. I mean, that really helps the rest of the lineup.
Now Stacy May, freshman from Reno, Nevada. Very special player. Steps into the dish and bunts it right in front of the mound. Third baseman picks it up over to first. No, the throw is a little bit low, and it's bobbled at first. And safe over there is May. Cindy Moran had a hard time getting it over to first base. The throw was low, and everyone's going to be safe. Moran, I think, had time, but her throw was low. And the play wasn't made by Dotson at first. That's going to be scored an error on the third baseman, the second error of the game for Northwestern. And they've had just a real rough start. 3 consecutive players have reached base safely.
Well, now you got your meat of the lineup up, your fourth and fifth batter, the Basher sisters. You got to love that name for a softball player.
Going down to second base easily is May with the steal. So now runners on at second and at third for Lindsay Basher, who's standing in the batter's box with a 1-0 count. Basher is the younger of the two Basher sisters. She's the sophomore. They both are from Riverside, California.
Both of the Basher sisters batting over 300. And Jessica Basher's just been a mainstay for Iowa, bringing in her sister, to keep the tradition alive. That's what you like to see.
Count now even, 1 ball and a strike. Lindsay Basher taking her time, getting into the batter's box. Big situation here. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Home half of the first. There's a strike called, 1-2.
Schwendeman just having a little difficult time throwing a lot of pitches, and the errors aren't helping her right now. After the exhaustion of this past weekend, she wants to come out there and she wants to throw as few pitches as possible.
1-2 pitch, slugged foul, third base side. Gail Blevins scoops out of the way. Count will remain 1-2. On the year, the Iowa Hawkeyes, 40 wins, 13 losses. They won the right to host this tournament by finishing 13-4 in Big Ten Conference play. Just a half game ahead of the Michigan Wolverines, who are 13-5. Now, it's so unusual not to see Michigan in this championship game. They have played in the championship game all 9 years this tournament has been around for. Called strike 3, good fastball on the outside part of the plate. And the first out of the home half of the first inning is recorded.
This is a pitch here by Schwendeman, just right perfect on the outside corner, just a nice fastball, nothing special, just bringing it on the corner. When you don't have a lot of speed left or a lot of power left, you really just got to be a smart pitcher, and you really got to look to your catcher.
Now Jessica will try and pick up her sister Lindsay. Jessica Basher, another right-handed hitter, takes outside, ball 1. Jessica's good numbers on the year. 329 is the batting average, 7 homers, 24 runs batted in. She is a senior. This will be her last game played here at Pearl Field, Big Ten. There's a called strike, 1-1.
Well, Eric, going back to what you said about Michigan, it is very interesting to not see them in the championship game, but their game last night got over at nearly 1:30, and you just got to believe after having such a long day with the rain on Thursday and everything that maybe they just ran out of steam.
2-1 is the count. Now we have had rain in the area over the last couple of days, but the big problem was on Thursday. The first 2 games were completed, but 4 were scheduled. So those games had to be made up on Friday. So 6 games in total were played Friday morning, afternoon, and evening, and actually going into the morning of Saturday. The last game started at 11:45 in the evening and ended at 1:30. Talk about a long night. 2-2 pitch. Downstairs, counts now full.
Yeah, I was here last night for the second to the last game, and you would have thought, there'd be no fans, and the crowd, it was amazing. Iowa was playing, and it was packed. You could barely find a seat, and I think it got done at 11:30. So I mean, that's some hometown support.
Full count pitch. Swung on and looped. Second base side, going back on it and making a good play is McCorkle. She houses it back to the mound. And the Basher sisters come up empty, and that'll leave it up.
Well, what we see here is Schwindeman working the outside corner with Jessica most of the time, and right there on that last pitch, she came inside and she just couldn't get around on her in time.
Lisa Baracci will hit. Now the pitcher trying to do some damage with the bat in her hands. .256 is the batting average. 3 homers, 15 runs batted in. The sophomores from Des Moines. Runners on at second and third have been stranded there for the last 2 batters. Pitch misses outside, 1-0.
Well, it's nice to see your pitcher out there hitting. It's great because it keeps her in the game. She's not going in the dugout, sitting there thinking about her next pitching. Right this inning, she's got to think about what she's going to do at the plate.
1-0 pitch, fooled her on something off speed, 1-1. Schwindeman tried to get out of a jam here in the first inning. The first 3 batters reach base safely against her. Check swing went too far. Count now 1-2. Baracci highly acclaimed after this Big Ten season. She was the pitcher of the year in conference, just a sophomore. She has just a wonderful future for Gail Blevins here in Iowa City. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big opportunity here. Breaking ball is a called strike 3, so a good bit of pitching there by Schwindeman to get out of it. But 1 run does score on 2 base hits, 2 errors help their cause. The Iowa Hawkeyes on top after 1-0.
If ever you're not satisfied with one of our tires, please feel free to bring it back. Thank you. Discount Tire Company.
Discount Tire Company offers low prices on every tire every day, including major brands like Goodyear and Dunlop. Low prices, every tire, every day. It's all about price. It's all about service. It's all about saving you money. Low prices, every tire, every day. Discount Tire Company.
Here's your chance to be the official Toyota fan of the game. During the 5th inning of every Cubs game on Fox Sports Net, we'll randomly select 1 lucky fan of the game. If Chip or Steve read your name and the Cubs score in their half of the inning, you'll win a Toyota Fox Sports Net prize package that includes a hat and a t-shirt. To enter, log on to fsnchicago.com or send a postcard to Toyota Fan of the Game, 350 North Orleans, Suite S1 100, Chicago, Illinois, 60654. The Toyota Fan of the Game. It's fantastic.
After 1 inning of play, the Iowa Hawkeyes have drawn first blood. They're on top of the Northwestern Wildcats, 1-0. 2 errors aiding the cause of the Hawkeyes in the home half of the first inning. Well, the broadcast rights for this event have been granted to Fox Sports Net by the Big Ten Conference. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of Fox Sports Net and the Big Ten Conference is strictly prohibited. Good crowd here at Pearl Field, enjoying this one. Actually enjoying a whole weekend of softball. 2 games played on Thursday, 6 games on Friday, and today 2 games. And both games involving the Northwestern Wildcats. Northwestern winning an absolute thriller against the Michigan State Spartans earlier today, winning in 8 innings. They came from behind, tied it, and won it on a big fly by Jesse Wellnitz, a 3-run home run in the 8th inning. First pitch is a called strike. It's a Baracci on the bump for the Hawkeyes. She is facing Laura Schwindeman, one pitcher facing the other.
That's what I love to see. Schwindeman came at Baracci with 3 changeups, and Baracci brings a changeup right back at her in the next inning.
Ball slugged into center field. That ball's got a chance. No. Ranging far to her right is Katie Boney. She got a great jump on that ball. I thought it was headed for the alley.
Great piece of hitting here by Schwindeman, just right on top of that fastball. I think Baracci wants to take that one back. That one was right down the middle.
Boney covering a lot of ground out there, makes it look easy. Very fluid out in center field. Now Robin Pettinger will hit. Right-handed batter. The shortstop takes down low. Ball one. Pettinger, 5'9", senior from Hoffman Estates, just outside of Chicago. Went to Fremd High School, northwest suburb of Chicago. Fly ball, deep right field. Underneath it, making the catch is Chipman, or Chipman making the play. So far here in the second inning, the outfielders have been tested. First the center fielder and then the right fielder. 2 up, 2 down.
His Northwestern Wildcats not showing any hesitation up there against Barachi. They're here to win, and they know she's a great pitcher, but they're up there and they're as confident as ever.
Now Jamie Dotson, left-handed swinger, will bat. He's just a freshman from Santa Ana, California. Slaps that one against the screen, 0-1. Lisa Barachi spearheading that pitching staff that was first in the Big Ten this year in ERA. 1.09 as a staff, and you can see why. 3 up, 3 down. The defense behind her is perfect. Barachi has allowed just 1 hit and no runs in the first 2 innings.
Big Ten Women's Sports, for the love of the game.
Spring break, right now it's necessary. You're in the market for a new Mitsubishi, and Bob Roman's Libertyville Mitsubishi is here for you. Right now, get 0 down, 0 interest, 0 payments till 2004. Plus $500 cash back on any Mitsubishi in stock.
There's only one, Bob Roman.
Bob Roman's Libertyville Mitsubishi, just 5 minutes from I-94 on Milwaukee Avenue. Libertyville.
Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Iowa on top of Northwestern. And, well, Kate Drohan has to be wondering right now, after 4 games, her team has run out of gas.
I can certainly say that they're tired, but their adrenaline is going right now. I have an excellent group of seniors right now who refuse to lose, and they're going out there and they're fighting hard.
Well, Kate Drohan saying all the right things, but Amanda Berg, do you think her team is playing as if they have enough energy to get this thing done?
Well, I think they were a little shaky on defense in the first inning, and that's just, championship game jitters. But I think up at the plate, they don't look tired. They've been all over Barachi, and they're swinging the bat as hard as I've seen them swing this entire tournament. You got to know, like she said, refuse to lose, and when you're a senior, you don't want to end your season. And the winner here gets an automatic bid. The loser doesn't necessarily get an automatic bid, but you think with the success they've had, they would get a bid.
Northwestern, well, you can't say this is foreign territory for them, but this is definitely, they haven't been here in a while. The last time they were in the championship game of the Big Ten tournament was back in 1982. They won it against the Michigan Wolverines. First pitch misses up and in, and almost clipped Laura Chipman. Northwestern has not been in the championship game in 21 years, but now they're in it. They're down by a run after an inning and a half. Chipman, a .211 hitter, the homer, 4 runs batted in. The junior is from Oxford, Iowa. Slugs that one, but foul. Ball and a strike.
I think Chipman's had a little bit of time to watch what Schwindeman's doing up there, and she sees she's working outside and she's working inside. And you always want to tell a batter, look outside, but you got to react inside too.
1-1 pitch. Bunted right in front of the plate. It'll test the catcher who hits her in the back. Chipman is called out. Ball hit her in the back, and she is called out at first base. And so kind of a tough way to make it out, but a good defensive play by Hughes behind the plate for the Hawkeyes. I'm sorry, for Kira behind the plate for the Wildcats.
Kira did a great job here. She saw Chipman wasn't running on the bunt line, and she was up inside. And you tell a catcher if they're in the line, you got to throw right at them because that's where your first baseman is, even if you can't see her.
Smart play by the catcher, doing her job, and the out is recorded. 1 up and 1 down in the home half of inning number 2. That'll bring up the second baseman, Stephanie Park. Tries to slap it down the third base line, just foul. There's a little bit of a hole over there. Tried to slap it over the third baseman's head, but nothing doing, nothing but a strike. 0-1.
Coach Blevins' team's got a little bit of everything on this team. She's got some power, she's got some quickness, and she's also got some really smart batters, and she's shown it all in this first rundown of the lineup.
Ball blunted towards the shortstop, who will have no play. I'd imagine that'll be ruled a base hit. Good bit of positional hitting there. Kind of doinking it over towards the shortstop. And Bettinger, even if she'd fielded it cleanly, I'm not sure she would have had a play.
I don't think she had a chance here. It was just a perfectly placed slap, and the third baseman, I was right in between them. The shortstop maybe playing a little bit back on her, but I don't think there would have been a chance either way.
So with 1 out, a runner on at first base for the first baseman, Amanda Henches. Henches bunts it foul, first base side, 0-1. Amanda, a junior from Spencer, Iowa. She has 2 homers, 9 runs batted in to go to the .234 batting average on the season. 1-0 is our score. The Hawkeyes on top of the Wildcats. Pitch a little bit downstairs, 1-1.
What you like to see here from your number 9 batter is a high on-base percentage, because you know that the top of the order is coming up. But I think right here, Coach Blevins just trying to move that runner for her top of the order.
1-1 pitch, bunted back to the mound. Only play will be at first. The throw is high, but in time. It's recorded. 2 outs in the second inning. And the lineup goes back up to the top. Kristen Johnson, the all-conference player, will have a chance because of the effort of Amanda Henches to drive in a run. Stephanie Park at second base with 2 outs. She has good speed, so a well-placed single could bring her in.
Kristen, a lot of power for a number 1 batter. 7 home runs this year.
Her first time up, she singled and scored the game's only run. Pitch misses inside, almost nicked her. 1-0. Kristen Johnson has been just a special part of the program Gail Blevins has put together for oh so many years. 1-0 pitch. A little bit outside for a ball, 2-0.
That was a great pitch by Schwindeman. I thought it was a nice strike, and I don't know, put her down 2-0, and I thought it was right on the outside corner.
2-0 pitch is slugged towards the shortstop. It's going to be a tough play for Pettinger across the diamond. Oh my! Good throw. Just nips Johnson, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. To the third we go. 1-0 Iowa.
Tomorrow's gridiron stars lay it all on the line for a chance to prove to the world they belong. Barcelona Dragons, Berlin Thunder, the NFL's black and blue proving ground. NFL Europe, live Saturday on Fox Sports Net.
Oh, goodness!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The entire world of extreme sports all in one place.
Oh, he caught Big Air! This just in from Park City, Utah. Mammoth, the North Shore.
Tricks are getting gnarlier and gnarlier.
Shaun White is ripping it up on the rails.
The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Kelly Slater. Tony Hawk showing up. Don't try any of that stuff at home.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weeknights on Fox Sports Net. Fox.
1-0 Iowa on top. That makes Gail Blevins as happy as she's going to be. She's very intense, but she's also very happy that her team has home field advantage.
Well, if you saw our games yesterday, the games went right down to the wire. Certainly, it's always nice to be at home, to play in an environment that you're familiar with. But once that game starts, you have the same number of opportunities both ways. And we're excited to be here. We fully predict that we'll have a great crowd today, and we just have to be ready to play, no matter who the opponent happens to be.
Well, it happens to be the Northwestern Wildcats, and so far, so good for the Hawkeyes. After 2 frames, they're up 1-0. Looking for that automatic bid in the NCAA tournament. First pitch of the 3rd inning, misses high, a little bit outside. Sheila McCorkle is the hitter. She's the second baseman. McCorkle hitting just .215 on the year. 1-0 pitch, hit hard but foul third base side. Not even 1-1. Eric Collins, Amanda Berg bringing you Big Ten Softball Tournament Championship game.
It's great to be here, Eric. It's nice to be back in Iowa, and it's been a while. It's been a few years since I've been at this tournament, and it's great to see all the fans and, you know, the mainstay Iowa in the championship again.
Pitch misses. It's now 2-1 for those of you who say, well, geez, doesn't Amanda Berg, that name sounds familiar. Well, you're correct. Trust yourself. She's the former Wisconsin Badger. Catcher, first base. Ball slugged into left field. Oh, great running catch is made by Lindsay Basher. Lindsay got a great jump on that one and scooped it up just off a couple of blades of grass.
Had a great reaction here by Lindsay Basher. Great hit, but Lindsay was all over it. She got a good jump on it, and that's what you like to see by your outfielders. You don't like to see them step back. You like to see them going right at the ball.
Pitch misses high, a little bit inside to Bree Brown, center fielder. Bree Brown, right-handed hitter. .1-0 pitch. A little inside, a little bit low. She's from Nashville, Tennessee, the senior. 5 feet 6 inches tall. Hitting 8th in the lineup today for the Wildcats. 2-0 pitch. Again misses. It's now 3-0. And you don't want to start messing around with the bottom part of this lineup and give bases on balls to people who should be earning their way on.
Right, definitely. If you're Barachi right now, you got to be kicking yourself a little bit. You want to throw strikes to the number 7 and 8 and 9 batters. Those are the ones that you really need to get out, because you know after they're done, the top of the order's up, and then you really got to work.
Brown, a .250 hitter on the year, takes a called strike. It's now 3-1.
Barachi let up a little bit on that pitch. I think she was just thinking, you know, bringing it in. We need a strike here. I'm down 3-0. You got to make her swing the bat.
3-1 pitch. Again, a called strike. It's now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brown with just 7 hits on the year. Trying to be pesky here in the 3rd inning. Trying to get on any way possible. Full count pitch. I think it hit her. Yes, it did. It clipped her, and that's the tough way to get to first. The pitch inside would have been ball 4 to begin with, but instead, oh, they're going to call her out. They're going to say she didn't try and get away from the pitch, I believe.
Well, that's a tough call, Eric. You got to believe she doesn't want to get hit, but, you know, she swung the bat, and that would have been her K, but I just got to believe that she, you know, there's nothing she could do.
Oh, they're going to say she went around too far. You're right, Amanda. So trying to get away from the pitch, and she accidentally swung across the strike zone. It's a good call.
You got to wonder if that would have been a foul tip. It looked like it hit the hands, and the hands being a part of the bat when I played, so, you know, you got to believe that maybe that would have been a foul tip.
So anyway, you slice it. Bree Brown is retired. There's now 2 outs. And that'll leave things up for the number 9 hitter. That's Jessie Wellnitz, who was a real star earlier today. Just about an hour ago, she electrified this crowd here at Pearl Field by blasting a 3-run home run. her first homer of the year to win the game in extra innings against the Spartans of Michigan State.
Yeah, I was standing over by the Iowa players during the last game, and the Michigan State, their baseman got up and they said, game's over, and she hit a line drive and got out, and they never said anything when Wellnitz got up, and then next thing you know, boom, over the left field fence.
Wellnitz trying for another one right there. Let's take a look at what we saw just moments ago to finish off game number 1 today. Oh my, just clouded deep to left field, no doubt about that one. That would have been out in any ballpark in the Big Ten. 2-1 pitch is bunted first base side. Tag is applied on the way by Henches, and the side is retired. So Wellnitz, after hitting the 3-run home run, elects to bunt, and no go. We move to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Iowa.
1 in 4 women experiences hereditary hair thinning.
Women blame it on hormones, diet, or stress.
50 million men suffer from hereditary hair loss.
Men blame it on their age, their dads.
Although hereditary hair loss affects men and women differently, something works for both. Rogaine. The sooner you start using Rogaine, the better your chances of success. And it's never been easier. Call now to get your free Rogaine results kit for men or women. Rogaine has been proven to regrow hair in over 40 clinical studies, and it's FDA approved. So call today for your free Rogaine results kit with a free month supply of Rogaine, a helpful guide, and a coupon for even more Rogaine savings. Nothing without a prescription has been proven to regrow hair better, and Rogaine offers you support and the facts you need every step of the way. Rogaine works. The sooner, the better. Call now for your free kit.
2.5 in the books. It's 1-0 Iowa on top of NU. Now, where do you go for all the latest and greatest information on your favorite Big Ten team or athlete? Well, next time, how about you log into www.big10.org. That's where you can find all the latest and greatest info on Big Ten teams and athletes. 1-0. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Leading things off, it'll be Katie Boney, left-handed hitting. Center fielder takes a little bit low, maybe a little bit outside. 1-0. Eric Collins, Amanda Berg here on Fox Sports Net for the 2003 Softball Tournament Championship game. Fouled back to the screen. Schwendeman on the bump, trying to keep that arm loose. There have been so many extra inning frames played by all these different schools. For the most part, Iowa has not played an extra inning game so far in this tournament, but Northwestern's been a part of 2 of them. A lot of innings logged by a lot of pitchers, and so arms are dragging here in the final game of the tournament. Ball slapped to the shortstop, throw to first base in time. Pettinger just beats the speedy Boney. Let's take a look at the USA Today Top 25 softball poll, and there you see 3 Big Ten teams. Michigan no longer in this tournament, most highly ranked of the teams, 17th. There's Iowa 23rd, Michigan State, it was eliminated by Northwestern there at 25th. The highest ranked team from the Midwest happens to be the DePaul Blue Demons. Eugene Lente's team is at 6th. Ball hit to third base, out is recorded. Stacy May is out. And so quickly, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
You look at that top 25, Eric, and you just see the strength of the Big Ten. Typically, there's 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in the top 25 for the Big Ten, and that's just showing how strong of a conference this really is in softball. In my opinion, definitely probably the 2nd strongest conference in the nation. So any team today could win, and that's how the Big Ten is. It's up and down, and the number 6 seed here playing the number 1 seed, and that's exactly the story of the Big Ten.
Lindsey Basher at the plate. Now it's 1-0 on her first time up. She struck out looking. It's this one, third base side foul. The Big Ten has never won a national championship in softball. Do you think that sometime in the near future that has a chance of changing?
I think so. I think it's getting stronger every year, and the advantage that the Pac-10 has, and that's typically who wins the championship, is the weather. And in the Big Ten, you just don't get as many games in. You don't get out on the field as early, and that's a disadvantage to the players. And and that's why the Pac-10 is so strong.
1-1 pitch, flies over the head of Basher all the way back to the screen. It's now 2-1. Schwendeman, a little bit of maybe intentional inaccuracy. Throw a little bit of fear into Basher. Basher is pretty worldly for a sophomore. She knows what she's doing with the bat in her hands. Won't be easily intimidated. 2-1 pitch. Oh, on the outside part of the plate. Late call by the home plate umpire. The count's now even 2-2.
I think Basher's not seeing that outside the plate. She, got a backwards K in that first inning, and she's just not seeing it. She's trying to drive it, and you got to go with that outside pitch.
2-2 pitch. Hit hard right back through the box into center field. Almost hit the pitcher, almost hit the second base bag, and would have went all the way to the wall if it hadn't been stopped by Wellnitz out there in center field.
Well, just as I say, she's not getting that outside of the plate. She drives one up the middle, and, that's what you got to do as a great hitter. You got to adjust. Notice how she didn't come through all the way on that swing, and that's just because that pitch was low and outside. She just totally went right with it up the middle.
Didn't try to do too much with 2 strikes. And now she's on first for her sister, Jessica. Jessica takes a called strike outside part of the plate. Jessica's first time up, she popped out to the second baseman.
You got to think about the old Bash brothers. Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco, we have the Bash sisters here.
0-1 pitch, something off speed, misses outside, 1-0. I'm sorry, 1-1. Remember, folks, Northwestern always has an ace in their back pocket. They have a youngster, freshman Courtney Foster, who's been absolutely sensational in recent weeks. Coming out of the bullpen if needed. She went 69 2/3 of scoreless baseball. Kate Drohan knows what she has lurking if needed. She had her scoreless streak ended just yesterday, as a matter of fact, against these Iowa Hawkeyes. 2-1 pitch, misses inside.
I heard a rumor that Courtney Foster said that some muscles that she didn't even know she has hurt after this weekend, and after throwing 18 innings the one game and then coming back and throwing 7 the next day, you got to think she's tired too.
Jessica Basher pops this one up to second base, and for the second time today, she's retired by McCorkle. So a 2-out single goes by the wayside. We move to the 4th inning. Iowa on top of MU 1-0.
Totally NASCAR. Your season-long destination for everything that is NASCAR. One source, expert analysis, all access. Totally NASCAR. Weeknights on Fox Sports Net.
This is a special birthday for Jimmy, because after waiting 3 years in foster care, he was adopted. But he's lucky. Thousands of kids, some older, some with brothers and sisters, still wait for the love and protection of a family. If you have room in your home and your heart, think about adopting. You'll end up enriching a lot of lives, especially yours.
Come on! It's time for cake!
It could be the most rewarding thing you'll ever do.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weeknights on Fox Sports Net.
Weeknights, your exclusive all-access garage pass returns with Totally NASCAR on Fox Sports Net. Totally NASCAR is your place to turn all season long for the latest news, highlights, and information on the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Totally NASCAR, weeknights at 6 only on Fox Sports Net. Top of the 4th inning. Championship game of the Big Ten softball tournament. 1-0, the Hawkeyes on top of the Wildcats of Northwestern. So far, just one hit for the Cats. First time through the lineup. Brett Nakabayashi will hit. Leadoff hitter takes called strike 1. She struck out to begin the game. Her first time up. Lisa Baracci has been as solid as advertised on bump for Gail Blevins' Hawkeyes. There's another called strike, 0-2.
Baracci just really controlling the game today. One hit, and she doesn't give up a lot of runs. So, Northwestern's really got to take advantage of the opportunities that they're going to get from Iowa. And, that one hit, you had one runner, you really got to take advantage of that.
Way outside, tried to get her to chase, wouldn't do.
That looked a bit like a screwball from Baracci. I haven't seen much of that from her since the first inning.
Naka Bajachi, a second team all-conference player, tips that one into the catcher's glove, and she is struck out now. Both of her 2 times at the dish. That is the 3rd strikeout on the game for Baracci. And Erin Mobley will hit. The base is empty, and 1 out. She has the only hit of the day so far for the Wildcats. She laid down a bunt that was a beauty. Beat it out. First pitch misses high and inside. Mobley is the only first team All Big Ten selection for the Northwestern Wildcats, the sophomore. It is an outfielder. Another pitch misses high. 2-0. Baracci trying to get that rhythm back.
Mobley, really an example of where softball's going. She can hit home runs. She's got 4 home runs on the year, but at the same time, she lays down the bunt and beats it out to first. And that's really what the teams are looking to get. They're looking to get players that not only can they hit it out of the ballpark, but they need to get players that can get on. And she is an example of both.
Such an advantage in this game to be a left-handed swinger. 2-1 pitch. Another called strike count, even at 2-2.
Good pitch here by Baracci. Just coming inside. She had been taking Mobley all the way on the outside the last 2 pitches, and right there she's kind of mixed her up a little bit.
2-2 pitch, sails inside. Count is now full, 3-2. Now, Amanda, Northwestern has not been really a world beater with a bat in their hands all season long. They're just 6th in the Big Ten in batting average, hitting .274 as a club. But opportune hitting, and at the end of the season, everything coming together, defensively, offensively, and pitching-wise. That's why they've been just such a hot team lately. Ball flipped, third base side, foul. Oh, great attempt by Johnson. Couldn't come up with a play. And we'll do it again.
Well, they've really, come through when it matters, and in the end of the season, they barely making it into the Big Ten tournament, beating Illinois on the last day of the regular season 2-1. And they're really shining when it matters, and they're top of the order. They're great hitters, all batting over 300. And as long as the players are getting on base, that's what matters, because then you can get them around.
So full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Baracci trying to retire Mobley. Down low, and for the second consecutive time, Mobley has made it to first. She's been the only base runner for Northwestern so far on the day. Single her first time up, and this time a walk. Last time, she was eliminated from the base pass, and Cindy Moran lined into a double play.
Mobley, not much of a threat on the base pass. 4 stolen bases on the year. We're not really looking for her to probably steal any bases, but we're looking for the 3 and 4 batters right now to get her around.
Moran slugs it. Foul first base side. That'll make it into the grandstands. Nice catch is made. Moran at .296 batting average on the year. She does have good pop. Finishing the campaign with 6 long balls to go with a team high 34 runs batted in. Her slugging percentage of .481. Among the leaders in the Big Ten Conference. The 0-1 fakes the bunt and pulls it back as she's almost impaled.
She did a good job getting out of the way. It looked like Coach Dohan was going to try and bunt the runner over to second to get her in scoring position for the number 4 batter, but she had to duck out of the way a little bit. Maybe a rise ball that got away from her.
Runner on at first base. 1-1 pitch, sails again high, 2-1.
like to see this. Kristen Johnson, the senior, coming in to talk to her sophomore pitcher. Just telling her, hey, no problem, we're back here, throw some strikes, and we'll let the defense work for you. And that's what you want to see out of a senior.
2-1 pitch, hit over the third baseman's head, solid single into left field. Mobley will move 60 feet along. Now runners at first, then at second. This is the best scoring opportunity of the day for Northwestern. They now have 2 hits against Barachi. And the pitcher, Laura Schwendeman, will hit her first time up. She hit the ball well, but to the wrong person. Center fielder Katie Boney made a great play on a ball that was slicing into the gap in left center field.
Right now, you got to believe Schwendeman's thinking, I got to get this runner in. I got to tie up this game, because as a pitcher, you want to have some runs behind you, and this is the best way for her to do it.
Schwendeman from Tustin, California. She is a senior. Takes a called strike. 0-1 on the year. Batting average of just .237, but decent power numbers. She's got 3 home runs. That is tied for 4th best on the team. Top of the 4th inning. We will play 7. And again, Northwestern is involved. Maybe we'll play extras.
That may very well be. 3 games this weekend they played extras. 18 innings, 12 innings, 8 innings. I wouldn't expect anything less from them.
That 18-inning affair, game 1 of this tournament. Courtney Foster, their excellent freshman pitcher, recorded over 300 pitches.
That's 3 Major League Baseball games in 1 game for her.
1-1 pitch. Schwendeman gets a good rip, fouls it just back to the screen. 1-2.
The game lasting almost 5 hours, and you got to believe that's got to be somewhere on the record books.
It was eventually 1-0. It was Northwestern against Michigan State. They reprised that game earlier today. Another extra inning affair. Again, Northwestern winning, this time in 8 innings. 6-3 and a home run by Jessie Wellnitz. A 3-run blast. Her first of the year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on at first, then at second. That's Mobley at second. At first base, it's Cindy Moran. Schwendeman trying to keep things going. And you down by a run. Way outside. Barachi having a hard time finding the zone. Bullpen activity, just in case things get out of control for Barachi. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Schwendeman has to be hitting with some controlled aggression here. Make sure it's a strike and then let her fly. 3-2 pitch. Foul right back from whence it came.
Schwendeman making her work a little bit here. She's thrown maybe 7 or 8 pitches now to Schwendeman, and she's tried just about everything. I've seen her try some outside rides. I've seen her try inside rides, a couple of change-ups. She's thinking right now, what do I got to do?
In the on-deck circle, Robin Pettinger. 3-2 pitch. Hit hard towards left field. Going back, not going to be able to get it. It's off the wall. Stopping at third base. And out at third base is Mobley. Uh-oh. Kind of a dubious base running decision there by Mobley. Had a horrible jump from second base. And then got caught rounding the bag too far at third. Good defensive play by Iowa. Maybe a mental mistake from the Wildcats.
Schwendeman here just taking advantage of the big green monster out there in left field, and the bad jump by Mobley at second base, and then to overrun third. 2 mental errors on the base pass there for Mobley. She had to believe there was no chance that anybody was going to catch it. That was a line drive straight out to the outfield.
Yeah, that ball hit solidly off the left field wall, and she had to have noticed a little bit earlier that the ball was going to go over the left fielder's head, but instead she was heading back to second to tag up, and now she tried to make up for her mistake with a little bit of over-aggressive base running, rounding third too far, and good defensive play by the Hawkeyes, and she's cut down. So what should have been an excellent scoring opportunity for Northwestern. has now not gone by the wayside altogether, but it has definitely tempered itself. Allie Arnold getting the right arm loose just in case Barachi continues to struggle. Runners at first, then at second. Now Pettinger will hit. First pitch swinging, hits a high fly playable in center field. It is caught by Boney. And the Hawkeyes dodge a bullet. Oh my, a lot of activity here, but no runs for the Wildcats. We moved all the way out to the fourth inning, 1-0 Iowa.
There are two teams going out on the field today, and only one will come back a winner. We're at the 17th hole. Here's the putt. Go out there and do your best. Yes! And it's a Cinderella story.
Sports can teach her how to dream.
I love you guys.
You can help her dream big.
Woo! Oh yeah! They're killing me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The entire world of extreme sports all in one place.
Oh, he caught big air! This just in from Park City, Utah. Pipe Mammoth, the North Shore.
Tricks are getting gnarlier and gnarlier.
Sean White is ripping it up on the rails.
He's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Kelly Slater. Tony Hawk showing up. Don't try any of that stuff at home.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weeknights on Fox Sports Net.
But the Iowa Hawkeyes and their fans, a little bit pensive right now. They're on top, but by the slimmest of margins. 1-0 is our score. In the bottom of the fourth inning at Pearl Field, just off the campus of the University of Iowa. We were expecting rain today. We have got none. It has been absolutely perfect. Maybe a little bit of wind, but that's okay. First ball swinging and missing is the pitcher, Lisa Barachi. It'll be Barachi, Chipman, and Park to hit here in the fourth inning unless there are changes. Quite often, softball there are. So far, none today. It's been the original lineups against each other for the first 3.5. There's a called strike, 0-2.
Barachi maybe a little hesitant at the plate. If my memory and my mind serve me correctly, I think Schwindeman's thrown her 3 changeup for strikes, and she's just not reacting. She's got to think it's going to come.
Her first time up, she struck out to end the first inning. 0-2 pitch, hit on the ground softly to the shortstop. Pettinger has it over to first in time. She's a smooth one over there at shortstop. She has made all the plays so far today. So important to have a shortstop who can pick it and get it over to first quickly. That is the longest throw across the diamond. You have to be smooth with your actions. 1 up and 1 down. That'll bring up the right fielder, Laura Chipman. First time up, she was thrown out by the catcher. As she headed down to first, she actually ran out of the baseline and was drilled in the back and was called out. Scored a 2-3 on the putout. The only run of the game scored in the first inning. Kristen Johnson singled. Came around to score on the Katie Boney base hit and then an error by the left fielder, Nakabayashi. So after 2 batters, we had a 1-0 game, and that's where we stand here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
The story for Northwestern today is mental errors, mental errors, mental errors. That's it. It's been in the field and it's been on the base pass, and they got to think they had a really missed opportunity last inning with 2 runners on.
2 runners on, 1 out. A blast by Schwindeman off the left field wall, and have a runner thrown out. And they ran around third base, 2 wide. Swing and a miss, count even 2-2. That's an absolute no-no when you get to the championship game of the Big Ten tournament. Mistakes will almost always come back to haunt you. Two balls, 2 strikes. Schwindeman rocks, fires, ball hits softly first base side. There is no one home at first base. So there's another mental mistake.
Well, we're going to rule that a single, but you know you can't really rule an error because nobody really messed up. But mentally, there's no box margin for mental errors.
Ball bounced off home plate, took a big chop, and by the time the ball was scooped up, There was no play at first base.
Well, what you like to see here is your first baseman just staying home, staying there to cover first base, because that's your second baseman's ball.
Dotson fielded it cleanly, but had no one to throw it to. Ball slapped third base side. Throw to second base is high and goes into the outfield. Everyone will be safe. Moran may have hurried her throw. She needed to get it there quickly, and the ball sailed on her. That's going to be ruled an error. The second one of the day for Moran.
With one out, Eric, you almost think you want your third baseman with a runner as quick as Chipman really is. You almost want her to take it to first base on that play. She had no chance of getting Chipman, even if it would have been a perfect throw.
So now Kate Drohan trying to calm the troops, brings the entire infield with her catcher together inside the circle and talks strategy, but probably more than anything just tries to remove some of the doubts that must be creeping into their heads. Some mistakes have been made, put runners on at first and at second with just one out, and the way that this game has been going, another run right now, maybe the death knell for the Wildcats. They need to stop the bleeding right now.
With the way the whole tournament's been going, nobody's really scored a lot of runs. I think there was one game, maybe 8-6, but otherwise it's been 2-1, 1-0, and you got to think that runs are hard to manufacture in a tournament like this.
Now Amanda Henches will hit. She bunts it in the air. Should be caught, and it is. Great play by the catcher, Kira. Good quickness behind home plate. She shuffled the feet well and dove and made a great play. That's a huge out for out number 2.
Well, as a spectator, you think this is a pretty easy play, but it's not, because your first reaction as a catcher is to step back and you think that the ball's going to go back to the backstop, but it didn't. It stayed right out in front, and she did a great job of adjusting.
Good play by the catcher. Kira is in there for defensive purposes, and you see why. Good quick feet to reverse her field. Now Kristen Johnson will hit. This is her third time to the dish, and she takes called strike. Johnson's first time up, singled, scored the game's only run. And in the second inning, she bounced to short to end the frame. On the year, 25 runs batted in at the leadoff spot. 0-1 pitch. All the way to the backstop. Everyone will move up. That one got away from Schwindeman. And there are now 2 runners in scoring position. 2 ducks on the pond.
Well, 25 RBIs by your leadoff hitter. I mean, that's saying a lot for the bottom of your order. They're getting on base, and Kristen's taking advantage of it. Typically, you look for your leadoff hitter to be the one that gets on base for your 3 and 4, but Iowa's got everybody getting on.
That'll be ruled a wild pitch, sending Chipman to third and Park to second base. Johnson, the senior from Cedar Rapids. 7 long balls. Wind is blowing out to left field. 1-1 pitch. High pop-up. This should end the inning. Catch is made by McCorkle, who spikes it. And the Wildcats get out of the frame unscathed. We move to the 5th, 1-0. Hawkeyes on top of the Wildcats.
Big Ten Women's Sports, for the love of the game.
Enter the Mow 'em Down Sweepstakes, where a 1-2-3 inning could be your chance to strike it big. During each Sox game in April and May, one lucky fan will be selected as the Mow 'em Down Fan of the Game. If the Sox opponent doesn't reach base during the 5th inning, you win a prize pack courtesy of Briggs & Stratton and Fox Sports Net. To enter, log on to fsnchicago.com. Then watch the Sox on Fox Sports Net. The Mow 'em Down Sweepstakes from Fox Sports Net and Briggs & Stratton. The power that works for you.
Well, today's Big Ten Conference trivia question of the day. Who holds the Big Ten record for most strikeouts in the Big Ten tournament?
I have my thoughts on that one, and I think I'm going to go to the hometown hero on that, Debbie Bilbo from 95, 96, 97. I'm thinking she might be the one.
It's 1 year. It's one particular tournament.
Well, I think she had quite a few good tournaments, and they went to the World Series those 3 years. So
Debbie Bilbo.
That's my guess.
Okay. First pitch here in the 5th inning is a called strike to Jamie Dotson, the first baseman, 0 for 1 on the day. She popped to second her first time up. I am going to trust you implicitly.
I'm going either Debbie or Sarah Griffin from Michigan. Those would have to be my 2 guesses.
0-1 pitch. Foul back out of play. Okay, if the folks at home are really badgering me, and I guess the emails are just coming into the truck incessantly, they want me to come up with a guess. I'm going to say Marissa Young. Michigan Wolverine. Last year, of course, she was the pitcher of the year. This year, she was the player of the year. She's been involved in 4 tournaments. She has a good chance of putting up some big strikeout numbers. Pitch misses inside. Fans here at Pearl Field wanted a strikeout, but instead it's a ball. Ball and 2 strikes on Dotson. Dotson, the first baseman, has made some good plays down there. She is just a freshman. 1-2 pitch, fouled out of play. Spoils a good pitch from Barachi. Barachi has gone the entire way. She has allowed so far just 3 base hits in the first 4 innings of work. She has struck out 3. 1-2 pitch. Again, slapped foul. Now this bat alone, Jamie Dotson, the ball retrievers, are going to come back winded.
Oh yeah, last night.
Slapping them everywhere.
Last night I think I saw about 10 little kids. As soon as the ball went out of the ballpark, they were sprinting down the bleachers.
I think they make you give them back here.
Yeah, there's a ball retrieval right behind the catcher.
1-2 pitch to Dotson. Change speeds and caught her napping. Good pitch on the outer half, and that leads to some merriment in the middle of the diamond for the Hawkeyes. And some despair for Jamie Dotson. What do you think about this pitch here?
Just an awesome pitch by Barachi. A nice changeup on the outside corner. I don't know if I'm going to give credit to Barachi or give credit to her catcher for calling that pitch.
That is the 4th strikeout. 2 of them have come swinging. 2 of them have been looking. Pitch to Sheila McCorkle is fouled back to the screen.
I guess I'm a little particular to the catchers. They don't get enough credit, and they're really the ones out there making the calls. And yeah, Barachi's got to throw it, but after all those foul balls, it was a great call.
0-1 pitch is bunted foul. I have a question for you. You were a catcher in college. Since you're a collegiate and you were an academic All-American, if you're a catcher, can they truly be called the tools of ignorance?
Well, I always like to think of the catcher, as the most important part of the battery.
You probably were the smartest person on the diamond every time you played. Pop up third base side, foul territory. Did she make the play? Yes, indeed. Stacy May, the freshman from Nevada, makes a great play.
The designated hitter, number 17.
Great job here by Stacy Nevada, just using her body to keep the ball away from the fence. As soon as that ball touches the fence, that's not going to be a legal catch. So that was a great job.
Bree Brown will hit 2 outs, bases clear, pitch misses upstairs, 1-0. Brown struck out her only time up. It was an unusual situation. It was a 3-2 pitch. The pitch came inside and it actually hit her. But as she was trying to get away from the pitch, home plate umpire said she went too far and swung and missed. So an unusual strikeout. Bree Brown. 2 balls, no strikes this time around. 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. Upstairs.
Barachi again, messing with this bottom of the lineup. She's really got to just think, I'm going to my 7, 8, and 9 batters. These are the ones I just want to throw strikes. And Barachi having a hard time, really throwing a lot of balls to these batters.
3-0 is our count. Get me over fastball, gets over. 3-1. Northwestern has played Iowa 3 times prior to today. They took a series from them right here in Iowa City back on April 25th and 26th, shutting them down both times, a 3-0 win and a 2-0 win here in Iowa City. There's ball 4, Brown down to first base. But Iowa was able to get off the schneid yesterday. Lisa Barachi and crew winning a game 2-1 here at Pearl Field. to win the right to advance to the championship game. And after Northwestern beat Michigan State earlier this morning, they won the right as well. A little bit delayed. Ball swung on and fouled third base side. That's Jesse Wellnitz, the hero in the first game earlier today, with a 3-run home run against Michigan State, so they could advance to this final game. A home run right here would give Northwestern the lead. 0-1. All strike 0-2.
You got to wonder if Wellnitz is up there thinking, I did it last game, and who's to say I can't do it again? And, no more self-doubt in her head. She got her first home run, and, who's stopping her now?
With a 2-strike count, do you think she changes her approach? Does she just try and put the bat on the ball?
I would hope so, but you still, in a tournament like this, everybody wanting to be the hero, and she was the hero last game, and she's thinking long ball again.
Well, runs are going to be hard to come by, it looks like, for Northwestern. So anytime you have a runner on base, if you can go for the downs, you have a real chance. 1-2 pitch on the way. High, outside, throw it on to first base, and Brown just gets back in time.
Right there we see the advantage of having a left-handed catcher. Just a quicker throw down to first base. That's the only base that she'll really have a quicker throw, but just a nice snap down there when you have a right-handed batter up.
That's Alicia Hughes. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Barachi is a big one. We now move to the home half of the 5th inning. Northwestern will have just 2 more opportunities to get something done. They trail 1-0. We'll be back with more on Fox Sports Net.
A brand new pickup truck is a beautiful thing. So protect your truck bed with Tough Stuff, the Rhino Lining sprayed-on bed liner. Hi, I'm Mark Oliver. Drop-in bed liners just won't cut it. They can damage your paint job and create rust problems. But Rhino Lining's polyurethane truck bed linings are sprayed on up to a 1/4 inch thick. They can take a beating and won't crack or warp. They're warranted by your dealer for as long as you own your truck. Water can't get under a Rhino lining. It prevents rust. Drop-in liners don't. And Rhino Linings resist chemicals. Rhino Linings are only available from authorized Rhino Linings dealers. Remember, it's not a genuine Rhino lining without this emblem.
Rhino bed liner is the best bed lining there is, period.
13 years, 200,000 miles, and 2 engines, but still the original Rhino lining.
Get the toughness of a Rhino's armor to protect your truck. Call now for a free sample of Tough Stuff, information, and the friendly Rhino Linings dealer nearest you.
We're back. Bottom of the 5th inning. Katie Boney tries to bunt, comes up empty. 0-1. It'll be Boney, May, and Basher of the Lindsay variety. Here in the home half of the 5th inning, the Hawkeyes trying to add to a 1-0 lead. Hawkeyes 1 hit on 5 base hits. They have not committed an error. Northwestern, no runs. They've committed 3 errors, and they have just 3 hits offensively. Slapper up the middle and past the diving second baseman McCorkle. Leadoff knock in the 5th inning for Boney. She's now 2 for 3 on the day. Good bit of hitting there, Amanda.
Great job by Boney, just getting out there, and those slappers get out there quick, and if that ball comes inside, all they have to do is slap it right up the middle, and she did a great job.
So the table is set for the freshman from Reno, Nevada, Stacy May. All she did this year was hit at a .365 clip and was named Freshman of the Year in the conference. Ball bunted right in front of the plate. Third baseman has it. Moran throws to first in time. The sacrifice is recorded. 5-4. And moving to second base is Boney. That is a huge insurance run with just 2 more scheduled trips to the plate for Northwestern here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Coach Blevin showing some confidence in the Basher sisters. Stacy May, a wonderful hitter, and really just sacrificing May's bat to bring up the Bashers.
Lindsay Basher, a second-team All-Big Ten pick. Her sister is a first-team All-Big Tenner. Just a sophomore is Lindsay. Big opportunity here. Pitch misses high and inside. 1-0.
Lindsay did a great job last at bat going with the outside pitch, and Schwindeman coming inside this time, mixing it up a little bit.
1-0 pitch, called strike, count even at a ball and a strike. Once again, the winner of this tournament will get an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament, but you believe that both these teams really have nothing to worry about, right, Amanda?
Well, I would think with the way Northwestern really finished out the season that, you know, if I was on that selection committee, I'd definitely give them a nod. And they're playing in a tough conference, and they got to remember that. And it was a long season, and for them to really come on at the end, you got to believe that they would get a chance.
2 balls and a strike now. Cade Drohan from the Northwestern Wildcats trying to find some answers. Swing and a miss. Took a big rip, came up empty. Slate is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schwindeman would love to get a strikeout here. We have not seen Courtney Foster get loose at all today. She has been a real revelation for Northwestern. Coming on at the tail end of the season on the bump. Ball chopped foul, out of play. Northwestern always knows that they get in a real bind. Courtney Foster may have that magic potion to get them out. Betty Jan.
It's great to see Schwindeman out there, and she's doing a great job against these Iowa Hawkeyes. They have some great batters, and she's holding them to 1 run on a couple of errors in that first inning.
Count's now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Things getting dicey here. Home half of the 5th inning. Iowa, even though Barachi has been so strong, would love to have some insurance. Payoff pitch, swung on and hit into center field, past the diving McCorkle. Base hit, going to third base, and safe at third is Boney. Good bit of hitting there by Basher. Just putting the bat on the ball, and it just got past the second baseman into center field.
Incredible running by Katie Boney. You know, that shows back the Wildcats, you know, they had that running error. This is Iowa just being aggressive on the bases. Boney doing a great job. She knew nobody had a chance at that, and she took off right away. Little hesitation there just to make sure it wasn't caught, and then she just took off.
McCorkle made it a little bit closer than most people in stands here at Pearl Field probably thought. Great range from the second baseman, but not quite enough. As Basher gets her second consecutive base hit, and now her sister will try and do likewise.
Jessica here hasn't quite figured out Schwindeman yet. Flying out both times to the center field. She's just getting under the ball a little bit.
Jessica, the big blow yesterday, the game between these two teams. Courtney Foster was on the slab for Northwestern, and Jessica touched her up for a 2-run home run. That provided the winning runs for Iowa. They won 2-1 to advance to this championship game. Now the reason that blow is so significant, and it stopped a streak of 69 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings pitched from Courtney Foster. That's the equivalent of almost 10 games. Jessica finally solved the riddle. Now this time she'll try and put some more runs on the board. Stolen base by Basher, moves over to second base. The throw goes to third, and it almost goes into left field. So now runners on at second and at third with just 1 out for Jessica Basher, the first team all Big Ten player.
A little excitement there by the catcher Kira, you know, thinking she might get her looking down there at third. Boney was having nothing of it. She was right there on the base.
Infield in, even more than usual. Very dangerous with a big hitter like Basher. Ball is swung on and missed, they say, and now they got the runner at third in a pickle. Oh, what do we have? We have 2 people at third base, and one of them's going to be called out. Oh, they're safe at third, and now the pickle between second and third. Lindsay Basher trying to figure out something, and there's nowhere to run. She's called out after a real wacky play. There are now 2 outs, but Boney remains on at third.
I think that Coach Blevins there was trying a little bit of a squeeze play, and Boney took off, and Basher didn't get the ball down. Kind of hung Boney out to dry.
Call it a caught stealing, and it's a big out. The ball skipped in to home plate, and that's the reason why Jessica couldn't get it down, and then really nowhere to go for either Boney or Basher.
Great play by Kira to stop that ball. That was a bullet.
So now 2 outs, and they called a strike on Basher, so it's now 0-2. way outside. Kira again earning her scholarship, making a nice play, or else that ball is to the backstop.
Maybe seeing a little tiredness out there on Schwindemann. She's getting a little wild.
Just in case things continue to get dicey, that's Bree Brown loosening in the bullpen. 1-2 pitch outside. Tried to frame it, did Kira. Now even 2-2. Runner on at third, 1-0 game. Little half swing, did she go too far? They appeal to first, no. Count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Kind of think Jessica's a little worried about that one. That looked like she just about went around first base umpire making the call.
3-2 pitch, high drive, center field, well hit, going back, making the catches, Wellnitz. Oh, using up all that territory out in the center field. Well, Northwestern can take a big breath. We move to the 6th inning. They trail 1-0.
Here's your chance to be the official Toyota fan of the game. During the 5th inning of every Cubs game on Fox Sports Net, we'll randomly select one lucky fan of the game. If Chip or Steve read your name and the Cubs score in their half of the inning, you'll win a Toyota Fox Sports Net prize package that includes a hat and a t-shirt. To enter, log on to fsnchicago.com or send a postcard to Toyota Fan of the Game, 350 North Orleans, Suite S1 100, Chicago, Illinois, 60654. The Toyota Fan of the Game. It's fantastic.
On the next Beyond the Glory, Sterling Marlin faced adversity for years.
I hear boom, and all of a sudden fires just come through the car.
Finally reaching glory on NASCAR's biggest stage.
Sterling Marlin's gonna win it!
Then, in the wake of a tragedy, he faced the wrath of vengeful fans.
People thought that he actually wrecked Dale Earnhardt.
The story of racing's last good old boy. Sterling Marlin, Beyond the Glory. Tonight at 8 on Fox Sports Net.
White Sox, Mariners, today at 2:30 on Fox Sports Net.
Well, earlier today we asked you the trivia question, who holds the Big Ten record for most strikeouts in one single tournament? Well, the answer is Sarah Griffin of Michigan. She had 23 back in 1998, but that's a little bit deceiving. That record will last for about another hour and a half. Once this game is over and this tournament is official, Courtney Foster will be the new all-time leader. She has 38 strikeouts already in this tournament, and she still may see action in this game. So 38 is a little bit more than 23, and she will be the new answer to that trivia question once she finally stops adding up the numbers. First pitch swinging, Brett Nakabayashi flies out to left field. A little bit of an improvement for her. That's the first time she's put the bat on the ball. She had been 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. But the Wildcats running out of time. They had just 5 more outs to play with. Top of the 6th inning, they're down by a run. Erin Mobley has been on base twice. Takes fastball, strike 1. She's singled and then walked in the 4th inning, but she has never advanced past second base. No one has, for that matter, for Northwestern all day long. Ball line down the left field line. Solid single, and Mobley continues the hit parade. She's been on base all 3 times. We should clarify, the only time that someone reached third base, they're immediately thrown out overrunning the base. That was Mobley back in the 4th inning.
Great piece of hitting here by Mobley, just taking that outside pitch right down the line. You know, not a lot of effort in that swing because she didn't have to. Barachi supplying most of the power. She just stuck her bat out there and went with it.
So with 1 out, a run out at first base, Cindy Moran will hit. She lined into a double play and singled. Takes a called strike 1. This may be Northwestern's best opportunity. They have the heart of their lineup here in the 6th inning. Time to get something done. The 0-1, bunted and it hits her. She's still in the batter's box, so nothing but a strike. 0-2. Are you a little bit surprised at the bunt attempt there?
I'm not really surprised when you're down 1 run. You know, you really want to try and manufacture a run in. What I'm surprised is that, you know, Cindy Moran didn't get out in front of the base a little bit, and she's kind of held the bat back a little bit, and you don't want to do that. You want to get your bat out in front, and that's why she ended up bouncing that one up at her.
0-2 pitch, spoils it, fouls it back out of play. We'll do it again. On the year, the Northwestern Wildcats standing at 35 up and 16 down. Iowa has won 5 more games. They've won 40 and lost just 13. 0-2 pitch, hammered down the left field line, but it's fading and it'll go foul. Right size, wrong shape. Nothing but a loud strike, and we'll do it over again.
Barachi may be wanting that pitch back, and I'm thinking she's going to want to try and mix it up a little bit here. She's been coming right at Cindy Moran and hasn't really thrown her off speed, which has been very effective today.
Let's see what happens here in the 0-2. Does give her something off speed, and she lays off of it.
A dangerous change up there by Barachi, a little high. So the kind you like to see the batters wait on and take out of the ballpark.
Moran, the senior, hits this one solidly, but caught by the second baseman. Good defensive play by Park, ranging far to her right. That ball just hung up long enough for her to make the play.
Right here, Park gets a great jump on that ball, and the only thing really almost stopping her catching it is the umpire. She was all over that one.
There are now 2 outs, and the pitcher, Schwindeman, will hit. Remember, she's got good pop in that bat. A big fly, and she'll put herself on top in this game. She has pitched the first 5 innings for Northwestern. Chops this one third base side. Fielded cleanly, throw to first in time. And that'll do it here in the 6th inning for Northwestern. No runs, a base hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. Kate Grohan running out of time. Iowa on top, 1-0.
Being part of a team makes a big difference for these girls. Thing is, when the going gets tough, the tough go. When I look in their eyes, I can see how much they look up to me. It's a lonely job. Every one of these girls has a dream. It's my job to help them dream big.
A father's absence has a serious effect on a child. Studies show fatherless children are twice as likely to drop out of school and 11 times more likely to exhibit violent behavior. I'm Jeffrey Loving. I'm an attorney who concentrates in protecting fathers' rights. Fathers, know your rights and know that visitation interference is now a crime in Illinois. To learn more about your rights as a father, call 312-356-DADS.
Hey, Extreme Sports fans, check out 54321, the only show that goes inside the world of extreme sports every weeknight. BMX rider Kim Williamson, free surfer Chad Towersy, and the sexy Leanne Tweet supply the goods. News, highlights, and features from the inside. 54321, weeknights at 5:30 only, right here on Fox Sports Net. I have never seen her, but it said sexy, so I read sexy.
I've never seen her either, but you gotta believe what they tell you to say.
Someone thinks that she is. All right, we move now to the home half of the 6th inning. The Iowa Hawkeyes with a 1-0 lead, trying to tack something on. They have 1 run on 7 base hits so far. We're gonna have a pinch hitter. It's Kylie Murray, freshman from West Des Moines. She will hit against Schwindeman. First pitch is a good fastball, strike 1.
I think this is a good move here by Coach Blevins. Lisa Barachi not really seeing Schwindeman today. Backwards K in the first inning and a slow roller to the shortstop. I think this is a great call.
The 0-1. Misses outside. 1-1. Now remember, just because Barachi is being pinch hit for, she still can remain in the game as the pitcher. Be substituted for 1 time. 1-1 pitch. This is downstairs, 2-1.
I do think putting Murray in as a hitter is a good call, but since she hasn't thrown a pitch or an inning or anything else this year, I doubt that putting her in as the pitcher would be a very good opportunity for Iowa.
Probably not. Not in the decisive 7th inning. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, foul out of play. In case you're wondering at home, scheduled to hit in the top half of the 7th inning with everything riding on it. It'll be Pettinger, Dotson, and McCorkle. That's 5, 6, and 7 in Northwestern's lineup. Remember, that is all flexible. That could change with pinch hitters and the like. 2 balls, 2 strikes. High, counts full, 3-2, so a good at bat already for Murray. Just draw the count full. Expend some energy from Schwindeman.
She's done her homework while she was sitting over there on the bench. She knows what Schwindeman throws, and she's just been really patient up there, and that's what you want to see from your pinch hitter. You just want to see her get out there on base.
Murray with 1 homer on the year. Ball 4. Good at bat for Murray. She draws the leadoff walk. That is just the first walk of the day from Schwindeman. She picked an awful time to do it. We will have a pinch runner in place of Kylie Murray, so she will leave with a nice round of applause. She did her job. Emily Gerlich, another freshman. She's from Illinois, Wonder Lake, Illinois. She comes on and she will run for Kylie Murray, who, as we thought, got the nice hand, goes to the dugout. So now Laura Chipman will hit. Runner on at first, nobody out. Chipman, 1 for 2 on the day. Her last time up, she singled. Made it all the way to third before being stranded. Once at third base side, nowhere to go. No one was home at first base. So Moran tried to force it at second, and that was way too late. Yet another mistake. What happened there, Amanda?
Well, I definitely think there was some miscommunication on the field. First and third coming in for the bunt, and the second baseman, ready to go over and cover first, but the fact that she hit it then to the third base, she's got to cover second. So really not a lot the second baseman can do in this situation because she's kind of out there stranded.
So everyone's going to be safe. We haven't got a ruling yet, but I'd imagine that'd be a fielder's choice. No base hit. Now it should have been recorded, but there was just no one at home. So Gerlich is now at second base as the troops from Evanston, Illinois try and figure something out. It's a massive difference being down 1-0 going into the last frame as opposed to being down 2 or 3.
Well, and the Iowa crowd, I think, here really starting to feel that Iowa has control of this game. Getting a little excited, the mascot out there jumping around.
So Stephanie Park will hit, and you can imagine her job against Schwindeman will be to lay one down. Got a big smile on her face. She's having a good time. A lot of pressure here, obviously, no doubt about that. But those who perform the best are the ones who don't feel it. Park, just a freshman. May not know any better. Thinking about a slap, takes outside, ball 1. Gerlich is at second base. On at first is Laura Chipman. 1 run on 7 hits for the Hawks. No runs on 4 hits, but 3 errors for the Wildcats. Downstairs, good stop by the catcher, Kira. 2-0.
Kira really having a good defensive game today. Schwindeman not really being too easy on her in these last few innings, and Kira just stepping up and really doing her job back there.
Ball swatted foul, third base side. 2-1, almost found a hole down the left field line.
I think Park sees an opportunity here, really sees that the infield's in, and she is a natural slapper, so really what she's used to doing is putting it on the ground down the line, and so she's not wasting this opportunity by just a sack bunt. She's trying to get herself on there.
Park's had a good day so far. Reached on a single in the second inning, reached on an error in the fourth. Hits this one back to the mound. No one's at third, so the throw has to go to first, and it's a high one. Gerlich will score, and everyone else will move up 60 feet. All the wheels have come off for the Wildcats defensively here in the 6th inning. An out has yet to be recorded. Already 1 run has come across. Yet another error for Northwestern.
More miscommunication here. Schwindeman's got to know there's not going to be anyone over at third because the third baseman's doing the same thing as she is, and that's covering the bunt. She's got to take that one right to first.
So Gerlich scores the second run of the day. Chipman moves all the way to third, and Park checks in at second base. And it's a 2-0 game, and the way that Barachi has been pitching, you have to wonder if the Wildcats have just shot themselves in the foot.
Barachi with a 1.06 ERA. I think it would be a real stretch for them to get 2 runs off of her.
Two years ago, Gail Blevins and the Hawkeyes won the Big Ten championship. That was a championship game played at the University of Michigan's field in Ann Arbor. They beat Michigan in the championship game last year. Michigan came back and won it. So this time, Gail Blevins' troops trying to take back the crown.
Your attention, please.
Runners on at second and third. The Hawkeyes looking for more. We'll have a pinch hitter here. Amanda Henches will not hit. In her place, Alicia Hughes will hit. This is her first at bat of the day. She has been the catcher, but she has not swung the bat thus far. She is a sophomore from Burnsville, Iowa. Check that, Burnsville, Minnesota. Not too far away. Left-handed hitter. She'll try and get it past this drawn-in infield.
I'm thinking we're going to see Alicia Hughes lay one down here. I think that's what's behind Coach Blevins' reasoning and putting her in as a pinch hitter. We may even see a squeeze play at the plate. Right now, Coach Blevins knows that Northwestern is a little bit down, maybe not mentally as solid as they would like to be. So I think we could see something sneaky here from Coach Blevins.
Hughes not extremely accomplished with a bat in her hands. Just 7 hits and 50 at-bats on the year, a batting average of $140. She does have 6 sacrifice bunts on her ledger, though. Good called strike, whizzes in, 0-1. Hughes has struck out just 9 times in 50 at-bats, so she does handle the bat fairly well. She's probably going to put the bat on the ball somewhere. The 0-1. Inside. Almost nipped her in the knees, 1-1.
Hughes doing a good job as a catcher. You know the strike zone the best of anyone out there, so she knows what's going to be called a strike.
1-1 pitch, popped in the air. Caught by the pitcher, throw to third. Nope, puts it in her back pocket. I think they had a play over at third as Chipman advanced a little bit too far, but it took a while for the shortstop, Pettinger, to get over there and cover the bag. She'd been a little bit quicker. I think they could have turned 2, but instead they'll take the 1 out and now try and deal with the top of the lineup in Kristen Johnson.
It's probably will be Kristen Johnson's last ever at bat here at Pearl Field. Got to be thinking she'd like to make it a memorable one.
She's 1 for 3 on the day. Singled and scored the game's first run in the first inning. Right-handed swinger. She has been such a special player for the Hawkeyes. Called strike 1. First team all-conference player. Schwindeman trying to wriggle out of this jam. The 0-1. Downstairs. 1-1. 2-0 is doable. 3 or more is like looking down the barrel of a shotgun for Northwestern.
3 or more is going to be tough, so you know Schwindeman right now, she's going to want to really get Kristen Johnson. It's a big out.
High fly ball. That'll be foul. That ball was hammered, but just got a little bit out in front of it.
Well, that would have been a memorable way to go out as a senior with a 3-run home run in your last at-bat.
You say that this is the field that hitters in the Big Ten really like to aim at, that fence out there in left field and all the way around that big green monster.
The big green monster, and you got the big scoreboard out there in center. There was always kind of a joke to see who could break one of the lights out in the center field.
We'll see if Kristen Johnson can get something she can give a ride. 1-2 pitch outside, tried to get her to chase, wouldn't bite. Count even, 2-2. Runner on at third is Chipman. Park is at second. Both runners with above average wheels. Little chopper, third base side. Moran has it over to first in time. Runners couldn't advance. Uh-oh, and Johnson takes a tumble when she crosses the bag. She is in a whole world of pain, and hopefully she's okay. Hit the bag awkwardly and went down in a heap.
Johnson with some good effort, really trying to beat that throw to first, and right at the end there, she kind of lunges just a little bit, maybe twisted her ankle a little bit there. You don't want to see that, Johnson. You're starting shortstop and one of your best hitters. You don't want to see her go down here in the championship game.
She is in a lot of pain down there, and that's obviously a huge, huge point of concern for Gail Blevins and everyone here at Pearl Field. Now Kristen's up, and it looks like she's going to be able to walk it off. Maybe she's more scared than anything.
Good effort there by Kristen. Just tweaked her ankle a little bit on that lunge at the end.
So the shortstop makes it into the dugout. Let's hope that she's able to make it back out in the field defensively when we move to the 7th inning.
Maybe a little bit disappointed in that at-bat there, too.
So the runners are made on its second and third. Schwindeman has done a good job so far, reprising her Houdini act. The runners at second and third, nobody out, and so far they remain at second and third. The only problem is one run had already scored before those runners got to second and third. 2-0 is our score. And Katie Boney, who's been a thorn in the side of Schwindeman all day, will hit. Slaps it foul, out of play right behind the screen. She's 2 for 3 on the day. The senior from Burlington, Iowa. Singles in the first and in the 5th. This is the first even inning she has gone to the plate. For those fans of the even and odd minutia.
And Boney doing a really good job today against Schwindeman. If I'm the Northwestern coach, though, Coach Trohan, she's got to be happy with Schwindeman's effort out here today. Really stepping it up when maybe Courtney Foster, the star pitcher, maybe down a little bit, a little tired.
0-1 pitch, misses high, 1-1. Now Schwindeman has allowed 2 runs on 7 base hits. The base hits have not really been her undoing. It's been the 4 errors committed behind her. Actually, she committed 1 of them, so she can only point the finger in her face, but 3 errors besides hers has really led to her downfall. 1-1 pitch, Boney. And good eye takes it a little bit low, 2-1.
Well, if you're Northwestern, you got to think when you get back in that dugout, if you're going to score 1 run, you might as well score 2. So they had to score 2 to win. Now it looks like they'll have to score 2 to tie.
The wind is starting to blow a little bit more than it had been. Weather may be changing. I was hoping to get this thing in the books and get out of Dodge. Chopper over to shortstop. Play is made by Pettinger, and that'll retire the side. But another run scores without the benefit of a base hit. We move to the 7th inning. 2-0, Iowa on top of NU.
You're losing your hair, and you haven't ordered Avocor yet? Hi, I'm Derek Cope, race car driver and TV analyst. To do your best, you need to look and feel your best. When I started noticing my hair thinning, I decided to take action. I explored various options, and I found the Avocor system. The experts at Avocor told me that hair loss is caused by a body chemical called DHT that stops your hair from growing. Avocor has an all-natural DHT blocker, and its topical physician's formulation starts your hair growing again. It worked for me. It's about confidence and the desire to win. Avocor does that.
Join the tens of thousands of satisfied customers who have reversed their hair loss with Avocor. It's guaranteed. Call 800-711-4525. Now you can use Avocor risk-free for 1 full year. It's guaranteed. Call 800-711-4525. That's 800-711-4525.
Well, this is the 7th inning, the decisive inning. This is when everything will be decided for the Iowa Hawkeyes and their fans, looking for their 2nd Big Ten Tournament championship. Their first one was won back in 2001 in Ann Arbor. Gail Blevins and the troops trying to keep the Northwestern Wildcats down. Now, Northwestern has won 1 tournament, but it was way back in 1982. Even their fans having a hard time remembering that one. That's why they would love to get at least 2 to tie this inning or 3 to go ahead. First pitch, called strike one to Robin Pettinger. Pettinger has flied out to right field and to center field her 2 times up. Lisa Baracci trying to put an exclamation point on this tournament for the Hawkeyes. A change of pace, 0-2. Pettinger, Dotson, and McCorkle, the scheduled trio for the folks from Evanston.
Well, if I'm Iowa right now, I don't want to get too sure of myself out there, because with the heroics that Northwestern's been able to accomplish already this weekend.
Strike 3 call. Pettinger never took the bat off of her shoulder. And right now, it doesn't look like the Wildcats are even going to go down swinging.
It's a great job by Baracci with Pettinger on that one. You know, really, Pettinger didn't have a chance at any of those pitches. Baracci maybe getting a little better, maybe sensing the feeling of championship here.
We will have a pinch hitter here with 1 out. Kristen Amigan will hit. She's from West Sacramento, California. And she'll take a called strike 1. She's hitting for Jamie Dotson. Amigan is a freshman, hitting a .197, 1 long ball. 0-1 pitch, off speed, misses outside.
I'm seeing the same combination here by Baracci that she threw at Pettinger. Just a nice fastball in the outside corner, and then to follow it up with a great changeup. I think she's starting to feel it out there, and I think she's really starting to sense there's an opportunity as a sophomore to become a Big Ten champ.
Lisa Baracci has gone the entire way for the Iowa Hawkeyes. So far, she has allowed just 4 base hits. She has been exceptional. 1-1 pitch, slapped foul out of play. Baracci on the bump. This year was named Pitcher of the Year for the 3rd time in 4 seasons. That is the 3rd time in 4 seasons that an Iowa Hawkeye has taken that honor. Of course, Christy Hanks was such a wunderkind for the Hawkeyes. She won Pitcher of the Year in 2000 and 2001. But this year, Baracci, 9-2 in conference play, an ERA of 0.79.
I think we got about 200 umpires out there, just right there, just calling out Amigan on that one.
2-2 pitch, swung on and hitting the hole past the diving Johnson. Base hit for Amigan, and that's one of the toughest things in sports to do. Come off the bench and swing a heavy stick, which she does. And life remains for Northwestern.
Just did a good job on that outside corner. You know, typically you'd want to see the batter go with it, but she was right out in front of it and did a good job sliding it past Kristen Johnson. It's a nice thing for Iowa to see Kristen out there after that near injury at first base on that last at-bat for her.
So now, what are we going to have? We're going to have a pinch runner at first base. Amigan leaves the game. It's a nice round of applause. It's Jenny Glonke. Glonke is from Palatine, Illinois. She is a junior. She's on at first. But the tying run steps to the plate. Sheila McCorkle, 0 for 2 on the day, drives this one to right field. It'll be caught. Good play by Chipman. I thought that ball had a chance to carry, but it does not. And it nestles into the glove of the right fielder. And now, the Northwestern Wildcats are up against it. They are down to their last out. Bree Brown will be the batter. She represents the potential tying run, but she also represents the potential final out of the game. 2 outs, 7th inning. Iowa looking for their 2nd Big Ten Tournament championship. Brown on the day, 0 for 1. She walked her last time up. Called strike 1. Wind is blowing out to left field. Brown just trying to put the bat on the ball, but if she can sky it to left field, all the better.
If she can get on, we get Wellnitz up. Maybe some second game heroics.
0-2 pitch, that's right. Wellnitz the hero in the game earlier today, a 3-run home run in extra innings to win it, lying in wait in the on-deck circle. But first, Bree Brown has got to figure out Baracci. She's down 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Iowa takes home the crown.
outstanding game for Barachi. Only giving up 5 hits.
Barachi, a complete game shutout, allows just 5 base hits. She strikes out 7, including Bree Brown, to electrify these fans here at Pearl Field. She's been the story all season long, and today she puts an exclamation point on the season for the Hawkeyes, and they win 2-0 and get the automatic bid to the 2003 NCAA tournament. Well, it was an exciting one. We'll take one last look at the last pitch, and when we come back, we'll be back to wrap it up. A great one here in Iowa City.
Big Ten Women's Sports, for the love of the game.
First, Chevy redesigned the Trailblazer with room for 7 and all their stuff.
Yeah, what can I get for you? Hey, give me dogs. Give me one dog.
Now, we're going to work on Chicago's cuisine.
Here you go.
Maybe we'll stick to what we do best.
Need a napkin for that?
Get 0% APR financing for 60 months for qualified buyers on a 2003 Chevy Trailblazer EXT. See your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers today.
Well, the 10th Big Ten Softball Tournament Championship goes to the Iowa Hawkeyes. Their second all-time. A lot of smiles. Kristen Johnson, the captain, holding it up. And Amanda, what was the real key to this tournament and this game for the Hawkeyes?
Well, the real key is that I think Northwestern, they really did run out of gas. You know, they had a long tournament. Iowa, they didn't hurt themselves. They were errorless, no errors. Northwestern had 4 errors. Iowa, not huge at the plate.
So 2-0 is our final score. The Hawkeyes 2 runs on 7 hits. Northwestern shut out on just 5. For Amanda Berg, I'm Eric Collins saying so long from Pearl Field in Iowa City, with a final score that one final time is Iowa Hawkeyes 2, the Northwestern Wildcats 0. Iowa has won the Big Ten Softball Championship for just the 2nd time. Once again, our thanks to producer-director extraordinaire Jim Corner Jr. This has been an exclusive presentation of Fox Sports Net.
He does it because he loves it.
Oh, come on! What are you talking about?
Things don't always go quite like